This is what I'm watching. Star Trek Voyager. Like I said, I'm a nerd. In the closet nerd, but a nerd nonetheless. I mean, I love my Star Trek Voyager. So today my video is going to be about Legend of Hercules. And I'm also going to throw in some tidbits about Arena. First off, let me say this. Right off the bat, I guess because maybe I've watched so many bad movies that I'm indifferent about the Legend of Hercules. Some people say it's dog shit. Some people say it's the worst piece of shit that they've watched. In my opinion, my humble opinion, I think the Legend of Hercules isn't that bad, but it's not something that I would recommend you run out and watch. It's more the type of film you watch just to have something to watch while you're waiting for better shit to come on. Same thing with Arena. As many of y'all know, I have Legend of Hercules in my collection. I also have Arena in my collection. The reason Arena was so good and the person who saved that film wasn't Kellen Lutz. Kellen Lutz can't act worth a shit. Samuel L. Jackson saved Arena. And I gotta be honest, some of the fight scenes in Arena were dope. I enjoyed them. Not as much as you would think, but they were decent enough and it killed time. So I have no shame in having that in my collection. As for Legend of Hercules, I'll be honest with you. You can honestly tell just by looking at the costumes that they wear in Legend of Hercules. They went to your local fucking Dollar General. And then Dollar General is a store here in Corpus where I'm from. They went to your local fucking Dollar General and picked out Halloween costumes and turned them into costumes for Legend of Hercules. They're not really the best. You can just tell. As time goes on and the more you watch that movie, you can honestly see how bad Legend of Hercules is. I mean, there's really no redeeming qualities in it. And I feel sorry for Scott Adkins for starring in Legend of Hercules as the king. You know, I'll be realistic with you. You can honestly tell just by the way he acts in that movie. He doesn't act that way in Undisputed, or he didn't act that way in Universal Soldier Regenerations. He was only acting that way in that film. Hell, he didn't even act that way in Green Street 3. So you can honestly tell he was phoning his shit in. He was way overacting in Legend of Hercules. I mean, way overacting. The dude was bad in that movie, but you could honestly tell just by listening to his voice, he didn't want to be there. It was the type of film he was like, nope. Let me film my 3 scenes back to back and give me my paycheck. I'm done. And I'm sorry. I know many girls are going to disagree with me about Kellen Lutz. Kellen Lutz cannot act for the life of him. The fucker sucks. I mean, I'll be honest. You know what? I'll tell the truth. He did alright in Twilight, the first movie. I believe he played the character of Edmund. I'm not too sure, but he did alright in Twilight, the first movie. And yes, as a guy, heterosexual male, I have seen the first Twilight. It wasn't the best movie, but it wasn't that bad. It was alright for what it was, and I did enjoy the vampires. I did enjoy the werewolves. I liked how Jacob and his clan could transform at will, and I love their wolf forms. You know, but that's me. That is me. I'm not saying Twilight was for everyone. I don't expect it to be for everyone. I didn't ask for it to be for everyone. It just worked for me. I enjoyed it. I have Twilight in my collection because there's really only two films. Uh, in case you're wondering, I left my living room. I am now filming in my closet because I had to straighten up my closet. Sorry. But, yeah. Twilight, the first one, wasn't a bad film. And I believe it was Eclipse or New Moon with the wolves. When they were showing more of the wolves. That one wasn't a bad film either. All the rest were just throwaway garbage. But that's my opinion. I mean, yes, as a bad movie reviewer, I do have Twilight in my collection. I don't have a problem watching the first Twilight. That is a film I can throw on, have a few beers with a few of my friends, and be like, hey, look, Twilight's on. Y'all want to watch that till we find something better? Oh, they'll be like, oh, yeah. You know, we'll be talking, shooting bones, playing cards, and there you go. It'll be on. It's the same thing with the arena. Same fucking thing. You get a few beers in you, more than one. We're sitting there, we're playing cards, doing dominoes, playing poker, shooting craps, you name it. And arena's on. Every now and then we'll pop our heads up and somebody will be like, oh fuck, Kellen Lutz is kicking that dude's ass. It's pretty badass. Or Samuel, oh shit, that's Samuel Jackson. The dude can act. And we'll be like, well yeah, dude can act. You know, it's one of those situations. See, for me, Legend of Hercules, you can honestly tell that nobody really wanted to do that movie. I mean, you can just tell. Just like Jeremy Jones or Johns pointed out, there's this one scene that's laughable, in my opinion, in Legend of Hercules, where this guy does the tuck the spear thing under his arm. And Jeremy was right. If he had tucked it under the other arm, it wouldn't have been noticeable. But he tucked it right under the arm, right where the camera's facing. And you can just little shit like that is what makes the movie awful. Plus the fact that Kellen Lutz is in it. I mean, I shouldn't judge because the guy is doing movies and I'm not. True. But he's doing your bargain basement 99-cent movies that you find at your local dollar store right next to Gem and the Holograms in the half-price bin. It's not like he's doing something major or he's doing anything groundbreaking. Supposedly, rumor going around, Kellen Lutz is supposed to be the new He-Man. We'll see how that goes. It's probably going to be another Gem and the Holograms. Some lazy fuck ass is going to get a hold of the source material and completely gut it to what they think the fans want to see. They're going to probably have a whole bunch of fucking 40 or 50-year-olds in the room and be like, I remember that from back in the 80s. Oh, this is what they want. And no, it's just not going to work. Same thing with Gem. Some lazy fuck ass decided, got in a room full of suits, and they were like, what do you think kids would want in a Gem movie? Oh, I know, let's mention Twitter. Let's mention YouTube. That'll make us popular with the kids. Newsflash, dummies. It didn't. And it's the same thing with Legend of Hercules. I mean, there's no redeeming qualities in the film. The only thing, if you want to call it redeeming, that's possibly a redeeming quality in the Legend of Hercules movies is the fact that the film is short. I'll admit that. The film is short. It's not really very long, so you don't really have to make your ears bleed for that long trying to listen to it. And I will, if I have to say one nice thing about Legend of Hercules, that nice thing is there's this nice scene, and I mean, I'm going to give a spoiler because I know many of you out there don't give a fuck about this movie. Y'all probably never watched it. There's this one scene where they ask Hercules, who is he? He says his name, and he has these whips that are like filled with lightning, and he's spinning them around, and he's destroying all these fucking buildings and rocks. That was pretty badass. He was taking out enemy by enemy with that. I'll be honest. I did enjoy that. And I also did enjoy his time in the gladiatorial arena. That wasn't that bad either. I admit that. That wasn't that bad either. I've seen a lot worse. But yeah, I mean, if I have to be honest with you guys, if I was going to tell y'all to pick up one movie, that movie would be Arena. For the simple fact that Samuel L. Jackson saved that movie. If you must watch Legend of Hercules, do so at your own risk. There's nothing redeeming about it. There's nothing great about it. It's not a perfect movie. It's just a type of movie that just is. You can have it on while you're drinking. Every now and then pick your head up and look at what you're watching. Maybe once in a while focus on it. But other than that, you're just going to go back to doing what you're doing. You're not really going to enjoy it. But this is my review. I'm the Bad Movie Reviewer, and I'm out.